Anxiety by Jason Isbell is in standard tuning, and the intro is going to be moving out of an E minor chord. To make the opening E minor, you need to have an open 6th string, you need to have your 2nd finger on the 5th string 2nd fret, you need to have your ring finger on the 4th string 2nd fret, and then strings 3 through 1 can be open. So string 6 and then 3 through 1 are open. You've got your 2nd finger and ring finger on strings 5 and 4 on fret 2. Standard E minor chord. So out of the E minor chord, to get the 2nd note, it's going to be kind of a single note ascension out of this E minor. You'll strike the E minor and then you'll move with your 2nd finger, probably would be easiest, to the 6th string 2nd fret. So you've got, that's moving your 2nd finger to the 6th string 2nd fret, and then you're going to I would take my ring finger and then put it down on the 6th string 3rd fret on the G note. So you've gone open 6, 6, 2, 6, 3 out of an E minor. After you get your ring finger down on the 6th string 3rd fret, you then are going to hammer on with, I would use my 2nd finger, but you could use your 1st finger if you want to. You're going to hammer on to the 4th string 2nd fret. And then you're going to open it back up again and pluck it open 4th. And those are your first movements. Let's get caught up to where we are. So that last one is the hammer on and then the pluck again of open, hammering on to the 4th string 2nd fret. And then opening it back up, 4th string open. And then you're going to shift into a version of a C chord. The way that Jason Isbell is playing this C chord is you're moving your 2nd finger to the 5th string 3rd fret. You are putting your ring finger on the 2nd string 3rd fret. And then you've got an open 3rd string. And you strum across that. You really kind of want to mute out the 4th string in this. Or you could put your 2nd finger down on the 4th string 2nd fret if you wanted to, but I muted out. That's going to be your next chord in these runs. So again, let's get caught up. E minor to 6th string 1, 6th string 3, hammer on, and open up of the 4th string C chord. And then the next note is going to be to pluck the open 4th string and then put your 1st finger on the 4th string 2nd fret. And then you're going to slide with your 1st finger from the 4th string 2nd fret to the 4th string 4th fret. And then you're going to hit the open 3rd string behind it. So that slide is coming together like. And that is the opening riff that happens over and over again, out of an E minor to a G, or an E minor to an F sharp to a G, C, then open 4th string 2nd fret, slide up to the 4th fret, hit the open G note behind it, repeat. Now over these chords there is a kind of a triplet strum that is taking place. The intro here is in a 3-count measure. 1, 2, 3, 2, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 2, 2, like that kind of feel. Boom, boom, boom. 1, 2, 3, 2, 2, 3, 3, 2, 3. So you hear that 3 feel. And that's kind of a triplet strum that is happening over it. Strum really, really slow. And with that strum, a lot of it you're not going across all the strings. You're just hitting the downbeat of each 3 count on whatever the root note is. 6 open, 6 2, 6 3, 5 3, open 4, 2nd 4. 4 4, open 3. And then so you're really emphasizing the roots as that moves, and then you can fill out some of the rest of the triplet strum kind of in the higher register of the strings, where you've got your ring finger planted down on the second string, third fret for most of this. And that is the intro that takes place for several rounds. And then whenever it goes to the verse is a C chord. The way that Jason Isbell tends to be making this C chord whenever I watch live videos is to put your second finger down on the fifth string, third fret, put your first finger down on the fourth string, second fret. You've got an open third string, and you've got your ring finger down on the second string, third fret. And you can pretty much just forget about the high one. If you wanted to put your pinky finger down on the one string, third fret, you could do that, and it's not going to kill the chord. But this is the opening chord. You could play a standard C shape as well if you wanted to, but a lot of times it looks like Jason Isbell is playing this augmented seventh, this different C chord. The second chord of the verse is going to be a D. To make the D, you move your first finger to the third string, second fret. You're going to leave your ring finger where it's at, and you're going to strum from the fourth string down. If you want to take your second finger and put it on the first string, second fret to make a full-blown D, you can do that. Jason Isbell does that sometimes. Sometimes he leaves it open. So our first two chords are C, D. The third chord is going to be a G, standard G chord. Move your second finger to the sixth string, third fret. Put your first finger on the fifth string, second fret. Your ring finger is still where it's been on the second string, third fret, and then you can put your pinky down on the first string, third fret as well. After this G chord, there's a little lick that comes leading up into the next chord, which is the way that you make that little lick is you're going to pluck the open fifth string and then hammer on to the fifth string, second fret with your first finger. So in the G chord, your first finger should already be right there over the fifth string anyway. Open the fifth string, hammer on the fifth string to the second fret with your first finger, and then hit the open fourth string behind it, and then the open third string behind it. And that comes together like inside of the G chord, it would be. After you hit the open G string, it then goes back into a C chord, same C chord that we just talked about, the D chord again, and then an E minor chord. Standard E minor, you got your open sixth string and your second and third fingers on strings 5 and 4 respectively, second fret, everything else open. During the lead in to the chorus, where he starts singing Anxiety, it leads in with a D chord, where he's saying ang, like the first syllable of anxiety, and then in the second syllable of anxiety, you move into a C chord. The C chord again, to a D chord, to the G chord, C chord, D chord, E minor, C chord, D chord, E minor again. Whenever it gets to, and that's the verse and the chorus over and over again, that progression of chords. Whenever it gets to the bridge is going to be an F chord. The way that I'm making the F chord is I've got my ring finger on the 5th string 3rd fret, pinky finger on the 4th string 3rd fret, second finger on the 3rd string 2nd fret. This string sometimes can be left open, so just an open 3rd string sometimes if you want to, letting your second finger just hang free. First finger on the 2nd string 1st fret, open 1st string, and then I take my thumb and I wrap it across the top of the guitar neck to grab the 6th string 1st fret for a really full sounding F. And again, sometimes you can leave your second finger up to get that open G in there. Jason Isbell tends to do it both ways. First chord of the bridge is the F, then it moves to an A minor. The way that you make an A minor, you've got an open 5 string, you got your second finger on the 4th string 2nd fret. You've got your ring finger on the 3rd string 2nd fret. You've got your 1st finger on the 2nd string 1st fret, and then an open 1st string. Strum from the 5th string down. So we've got an F chord, we've got an A minor chord, then you go into a G major chord. The way that I'm making the G major is I've got my ring finger on the 6th string 3rd fret, my 2nd finger on the 5th string 2nd fret, open 4th string, open 3rd string, open 2nd string, and then pinky finger back on the 1st string 3rd fret. Inside of this G chord, you hear another little riff happen during the bridge, which is that's two different riffs. One is, and then the other one is. So the G kind of holds for 2 counts, and the first riff, as you're strumming it, would be to hit the open B string, then put your 1st finger down on the 2nd string 1st fret, and then your pinky finger down, move it from where it was at on the 1st string 3rd fret and put it down on the 2nd string 3rd fret. You can hear that walking up. And then the second round of the G in the bridge, it is, the way that you're doing that is you're hitting the open 4th string, then you're hitting the open 3rd string, then you're hitting the open 2nd string, and you're ending on putting your 1st finger down on the 2nd string 1st fret. So again, real slow, those 2 tonalities in the G of the bridge is verses, then back into the F, to the A minor, to the G, F, A minor, G, the last time through the bridge it goes to an E minor, and then back into anxiety, the word anxiety, the first syllable of anxiety, you're hitting a D chord, and then the second syllable of anxiety, you're going into the C major chord again for another round of chorus. And those are the chords to Anxiety by Jason Isbell. Hopefully this gives you an idea of how to approach the song.